What if the Pirate King actually had a queen? And what if that queen was Boa Hancock, the most beautiful woman in the world, the Pirate Empress, and most importantly, the only person in One Piece who has ever truly fallen in love with Monkey D. Luffy? Today, we dive deep into the theory of Luffy's possible marriage to Boa Hancock. And yes, even the idea of them having a child. Could this be Oda's hidden endgame, or is it nothing more than a fan's dream? Let's break it all down. Let's start with the facts. Boa Hancock is obsessed with Luffy. Not in a shallow way, but in a way that changes her entire character. Remember Amazon Lily? An island where men are executed just for existing. Hancock was untouchable, feared, respected, even worshipped as a goddess. Yet, when Luffy arrived, everything changed. Instead of turning him to stone, Hancock fell for him. Why? Because Luffy is the only man in the world who treats her like a normal human being. He doesn't care about her looks, her title, or her power. To him, she's just Hancock. And that makes her love him even more. This wasn't a one-time gag either. She risked everything to help him escape Amazon Lily. She risked her own position as a Shichibukai to get him into Impel Down. And even during the chaos of Marineford, she defied the world government, all for Luffy. To this day, her love is unwavering. Boa Hancock is without a doubt the most loyal supporter Luffy has outside of the Straw Hats. But here's the twist. Luffy himself has zero romantic interest. His only loves are adventure, chapter, or freedom. And of course, waking meat. He doesn't even understand romance. Every time a girl shows affection, he reacts with confusion. Whether it's Nami, Vivi, Robin, or even Yamato, Luffy just doesn't process it. So does that mean marriage is impossible? Not necessarily. It just means that if Luffy were to ever end up with someone, it would have to happen in the Endgame, after he achieves his dream. Because only then would he finally slow down enough to think about anything else. Oda himself has said in interviews that romance is not the focus of One Piece. The story is about adventure, friendship, and freedom. But that doesn't mean romance doesn't exist. Think about Sanji's parents, Jukuj and Sora, or Bajie and Chiffon, or even Roger and Rouge, who gave birth to Ace. When Oda chooses to write romance, it's always important. It always has huge consequences. So if he were to ever give Luffy a partner, it wouldn't be random. It would be symbolic. And Boa Hancock, as the Pirate Empress, would make the perfect symbolic match for the Pirate King. So let's imagine this for a moment. Luffy becomes Pirate King. The world has been shaken, the celestial dragons defeated, and freedom restored. Who stands beside him? Boa Hancock, the Empress of Amazon Lily, a woman who once stood against the world government and chose love over power. A marriage between Luffy and Hancock would unite two powerful legacies, the Pirate King and the Pirate Empress, the Straw Hat Pirates and the Kuja tribe. Politically, it would be massive. The Kuja warriors, allied with the Pirate King's fleet, would create an unshakable force. And symbolically, it would show the union of love and freedom. It's not canon yet, but if Oda ever wanted to give Luffy a partner, no one else fits better than Hancock. Now, here's where things get crazy. What if Luffy and Hancock had a child? Think about the genetics for a second. Luffy, the carrier of the sun god Nika fruit, the embodiment of Joy Boy, the man whose body is made of rubber and whose will can shake the world. And Boa Hancock, the user of the love fruit, a woman so beautiful she can stop armies with a glance. Her willpower is unmatched. If those traits combined, their child would be the most powerful figure the world has ever seen. Imagine, a child with Luffy's rubber body and boundless freedom, but also the ability to command hearts, just like Hancock. A being who could bend reality with laughter and bend people's wills with love. This child wouldn't just inherit strength, it would inherit symbolism, the child of the sun god and the empress, a new dawn for the world. Of course, this is speculation, but isn't it fascinating to imagine? A child who could carry on the will of D into the next era? So, will Luffy marry Boa Hancock? Canonically, it seems unlikely. Oda has never written Luffy as a romantic character. But narratively, Hancock is the perfect match. She represents love, loyalty, and sacrifice, qualities that perfectly balance Luffy's freedom and adventure. And a child between them? That would be the ultimate symbol of One Piece's themes, the power of joy, the power of love, and the inheritance of will. Maybe Oda will never write it, or maybe he's saving it for the very end, the epilogue, after the Pirate King's journey is complete. But what do you think? Will Boa Hancock truly become Luffy's queen? And will the Pirate King's legacy live on through a child? Let me know your thoughts in the comments because this theory changes everything.